is a registered architect and the managing director of Weber Architects. John grew up in Newcastle, surfing at Bar Beach and working as a bricklayer's labourer and a beach lifeguard in between studying architecture at the University of Newcastle. John began his architectural career in Sydney before gaining further experience working and travelling overseas. About 15 years ago, with eagerness to return to his coastal lifestyle, he returned to Newcastle and established his business, working first out of his garage. Weber Architects now has Newcastle and Sydney-based offices and a team of 20 architectural and support staff members. John's expertise, passion and drive inspire his team and each project. He ensures the client's vision as well as the project's functionality and feasibility stay at the forefront at every stage in the design process. Welcome, John. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
Could you tell us a little bit about your career path?
Well, it started at a young age working on building sites with my father, who was a bricklayer. Just as one of my little anecdotes was he always used to love telling his friends that I didn't get enough marks to become an architect. But after finishing university architecture at the University of Newcastle, I decided to broaden my horizons and work in Sydney for a few years. I then worked and travelled overseas for a few years as well, working for Sir Richard McCormick in London, which was quite a good experience. On return, I set up this business in Newcastle in 2002, starting in my parents' garage, moving on to an office in the Junction and then an office in Hunter Street, to where we are today with 20 staff over our Newcastle office and an office in Sydney.
What motivates and drives you?
Any architect would say what motivates them is to deliver quality architecture for the community, but what really motivates me as well is to meet the client's brief. So learning how they would use the spaces to conceive something that's suitable for their use. I like to do lots of options, so showing people how they might use a space that they might not have thought about, and then talking and discussing those options allows us to come up with a design that they really love.
John, what do you believe has shaped your leadership style?
Look, shaping my leadership style I think has a lot to do with team sports. From a young age I played rugby league up to now when I'm still a current member of Cooks Hill Surf Club and competing with teams in that sport. I think the mentoring, coaching and training aspects of a team sport can be taken over into the business world. I also think that whenever there's involvement with a family, I've got a beautiful wife and 4 kids. My wife works in the business, and I think I treat the business as an extension of my family.
What is one action or task you ensure you incorporate into your diary each week?
Look, every day we do a morning catch-up huddle with the management team to just check in about what's happening for the day and any issues that we might have coming up that we can use in discussion with each other and get feedback from each other. Every Friday we have a full catch-up with the whole office. So the office gets to hear what the management team is talking about and it helps them grow and learn how to communicate within the office.
And to finish today, what local business person do you find inspiring?
It's probably 2 local business people, one being the former CEO of RDA Hunter, Todd Williams, the second being Michael Nielsen, the CEO of Newcastle Now. Look, their passion for local projects, their passion for innovation, and their ability to get projects up and running, I've found to be quite exciting for the Newcastle region itself. They're both similar ages to myself, so quite often we're found at a sounding board to talk to each other about various issues.
That's perfect. Thank you so much for your time today, John.
Not a problem, thank you.